If they stripped the titles, she would be known as Princess Henry? Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Mandy Signor. Oh my goodness. I love learning this stuff because I just didn't know this. And now several royal experts are coming out of the woodwork all over the media today talking about if they were to lose the titles. And I agree with Lady C. I don't think they're going to lose their titles, guys. I know a lot of you want it. You're clamoring for it. I don't personally think it's going to happen. And we're going to explain why these experts agree that it's not going to happen. But let's say if it did, Princess Henry would be how Meghan Markle was known if she lost the Duchess title. So breaking this down. So Meghan Markle will be known as Princess Henry if she loses her title, according to royal experts. Ingrid Seward, editor-in-chief of Majesty Magazine, told the Royal Beat that it's unlikely Meghan and Harry will be stripped of their titles by King Charles, even though they quit their royal duties in 2020. I don't think anything will happen to the titles because if they lose their titles, Harry is still a prince of blood. And Meghan, instead of being the Duchess of Sussex, would be Princess Henry. That really would confuse Americans. I think it's probably best just to leave it be. It looks so unkind. Well, I don't care if it looks unkind. They don't deserve it if they're going to be exploiting royal duties as not royals. Let's be unkind. It looks unnecessary. Well, the truth is, Harry will always be Prince Harry. He's always going to be a prince, or Prince Henry, because that's his real name technically. So Prince Henry will always be a prince, but Meghan loses the right if they lose the Duke and Duchess titles. She would have to be Princess Harry or Princess Henry, depending on how you do it. But Harry was born Prince Henry Charles Albert David. It's a lot of first names, my goodness. But he obviously goes by Harry. So if Meghan lost her title of as Duke of Sussex, she would technically be called Princess Henry, since it's royal tradition that a princess take an official title with her husband's name. The same rule applies for Kate Middleton, who is technically known as Princess William, but is referred to as the Princess of Wales or the Duchess of Cambridge when she married Prince William. So it's true, she's not Princess Catherine. She's Catherine, the Princess of Wales. However, and so without the Duchess of Sussex, she would just be Princess Harry. However, as Stuart pointed out, Harry and Meghan will likely be known as Duke and Duchess of Sussex forever. The Queen gave them the titles. Let them keep them. They're going to be H&M anyway. No, they're the Duke and Duchess. She exploits those titles like crazy. I think the best thing is to leave them, ignore them, and let them go on with it, which is really what the palace and the royal family are doing. They stepped down as working members of the firm in 2020 and now live in California and go to Nigeria and pretend to be royals and to get royal duties and are confused to be royals when they're not. Royal author Tom Quinn recently claimed that Charles and William have had lengthy discussions about stripping the royal titles. However, he doesn't believe the king and his heir will make the move. They are terrified this would backfire and make the situation worse. The last thing they want is to give the renegade royals something else to complain about. And that's where I stand. By stripping it, they'll, even though I agree, those that don't know will see them as victims again. It really will. Now you took their names away. Oh my God, just who cares? From a branding standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, I really do agree and think it would backfire. I don't think it would help. William and his father know that even without the royal titles, Meghan and Harry would carry on traveling the world as if they were royals, and that most people in the world will welcome them. Critics have accused Harry and Meghan of leveraging the connection to the UK crown through titles while forgoing any of the duties or work commitments that the royal life requires. This is the issue. It's always been the issue, and I support this. This is a problem. None of the members of the family have have a speaking relationship with Harry and Meghan. The royal family has put them on the outs. They lost trust after he divulged all the information in his book and the Netflix doc, as we all know. But yeah, it's not the only royal expert that agrees. Here's another one coming in from GB News.
Lee, what's your reaction to this move? Why has it happened?
Well, Mark, I don't see anything untoward in this by the palace. The statement was originally posted on the royal site in 2016. Websites constantly consolidate and clean up content as good online hygiene. Furthermore, Harry and Meghan haven't been productive royal family members since 2020. On the contrary, they have behaved disgracefully toward the family and tortured the last years of the beloved Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. Unforgivable behavior. They no longer have domiciles in the UK, so I cannot see any reason why they need online real estate any more than they need physical residence. And since we are discussing removing Harry's statement mark, with the turmoil he and his wife have created and the anguish they have caused, um, isn't it high time their titles were removed? And I disagree with some other commentators who feel that such a move would actually elevate Meghan in the eyes of the public. It's true, if the ducal titles were removed, she would assume a princess title. But if she chose to use the title, it would always be Princess Harry. What a bitter pill for an arch feminist like Meghan to have to carry around her husband's name if she chose to deploy her title, broadcasting that she is nothing without her man. Delicious.
Oh, well,
so delicious. And that's ultimately where it stands. Now, look, I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think they're going to rock the boat that far. Now, should they? That's the debate. A lot of you think they should. But I do think there's a version of this that could backfire tremendously. And do they need that headache right now? Look, the reality is they're not working royals. I think they're losing interest in the scope of things. They're going to absolutely lose interest, in my point of view, when she launches this new programming, the rugby show and the cooking show for Friends. There's a lot of stuff brewing that's not going to do well for them. And I think their stock is only going to keep sinking. So at the end of the day, is removing their titles really helpful, or do we want to give them another thing to go complain about? Because we all know you give them something to complain about, and then all we get is... And do we want that? Do we need that? No, shut up. Do we want to keep hearing them do that? I don't know. Meanwhile, they're out there celebrating Little Bit's 3rd birthday exclusively with people, but there's not a single photo in sight. It's a good opportunity to bring back Meghan's mole back to understand what's going on with those kids. Are they fake? What's the latest? You know what? Next week, we're going to have a whole week of guest stars. Meghan's mole will be one of those as well. Lots coming, including, yeah, I teased it, I got an email you're not going to miss. Woohoo! Stay tuned. Lots coming next week. Who else do you want to see on the channel here on Popcorn Palace? What other collabs would you like? Let me know in the comments down below. We are working on some fun content for next week. And man, look, this is annoying. Like, exclusive 3rd birthday party. Why are you leaking this to people? Why is this coming out to people? Meghan and Harry clearly are like putting it out there, and then they only encourage it by then we have to throw these random photos from the Netflix doc screen capped. There's no actual footage of them. And yeah, he does look like a different kid from the other photos. It is confusing. Did they use, actors in their photos? Where's the one? It's not there. There's the one where he's holding her up. Could they be staged actors? We're going to talk all about that with Meghan's mole. We got lots more coming. What do you think? Your theories down below. Before you leave any comments, though, make sure you join the notification squad. Hit that button, then hit the bell. When you click all, you'll be part of the squad. When you get those notifications, yes, smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Help us get to 100K. We're getting so close. Appreciate all you guys that watch every day. And check out yesterday's video. It was really funny. And not as many of you clicked on it. So check it out. It's right there on the left. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Palace. We'll be live over on Planet later today as well. Hope to see you there.